Electoral Court member Gustavo Avila reported the election bags are already being delivered and are now in countries abroad. Meanwhile, in Ecuador, 6 people died and 17 others were injured in an armed attack during a soccer game in Guayaquil. The National Police report reveals that the attack was carried out from 2 four-wheel drive vehicles with at least 85 shots fired from rifles and pistols. It was also reported that 2 died at the scene while the remaining 4 lost their lives in the hospital. The police stated that 2 of the deceased had criminal records. Despite the 2 suspects, the investigation continues. On Monday, Ecuadorian police officers found 8 abandoned bodies on an empty lot in a rural area in the province of Los Rios, a crime that is considered to be linked to a dispute between local criminal groups. According to the local police, the deceased include 4 men, 1 of them a minor, and 4 women who were part of a family group of 12 people. The city of Quito reported missing since October 10th. Reports from local media highlight that the bodies were found stacked and showed signs of torture and gunshot wounds. Meanwhile, 1 adult and 3 minors from the family are still missing. Ecuador has been victim of a surge in violence for the last year, with increasing criminal groups' activity, Los Rios province being one of the most affected ones. The Office of the Secretary of State for Literacy and Informal Education announced a literacy program with an investment of approximately $1.8 million to benefit 5 million adults in the country. This plan, which will run from October 2025 to September 2026, aims to reduce the literacy rate in a country where 2.5 million people cannot read. Montiel reported that the survey will begin with the aim of sending an initial delivery for cleaning work, then sending appliances and minor belongings. To speed up the process, 600 brigades will be sent to also reach areas that are difficult to access. So far, the death toll from flooding in central and eastern Mexico rose to at least 64, with another 65 still missing. Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum shared an assessment of data with a preliminary figure of homes affected by the unusual rains that have hit the country in recent days.
Yesterday, we made an estimate of what could be affected, but that estimate is not that 100,000 homes could be affected, 100,000 homes or towns, 100 million houses affected in the 5 states of the Republic, and in all cases there will be support. We made this estimate based on the number of houses in the affected municipality and an estimate of the percentage of the municipality that is affected. This is a completely preliminary figure until it is completed, as we cannot give a final figure until this is completed.
And the Yellow River, China's longest river, has seen its first flood of the year for winter rainfall. The Conservancy Commission of the Resources announced on Monday. Due to rainfall in the middle of the Yellow River, the water level at the Tungguan hydrological stream 5,010 cubic meters per second, surpassing the threshold for meeting flood criteria. Affected by the rain flow from the Weihe River in the northern stream of the river, the flood was formed. It is expected that water level will continue to rise and the flood situated in the middle and lower reaches of the river remain severe. Our second break coming up before we page at TeleSUR English. There will be top story, special live coverage, and more. All our beneficial today was most recent. Let's break. Go on.
Millones forjan nuevos caminos con la esperanza de un futuro mejor. Cruzan líneas imaginarias hacia lo desconocido. Conozcamos las historias de quienes viven entre fronteras. Todos los jueves, solo por TeleSUR.
Strip after the Israeli blockade has caused over 450 people to die from starvation. The immediate delivery of humanitarian aid is part of the first phase of the agreement signed between Israel and the Palestinian resistance movement Hamas. The United Nations Deputy Spokesman Farhan Haq said they have the necessary authorization to bring aid to Gaza, and that has been agreed with the Israeli authorities, adding that the aid is currently at several points outside the enclave while the details of its distribution are finalized. The opening of humanitarian corridors is key after the ceasefire in the Gaza Strip, effective from 9 a.m. local time on October 10th.
We currently have 1,300 trucks of supplies ready to go into Gaza that are in Egypt, in Jordan, ready to move. And we've got about another 1,000 trucks worth of supplies that are currently on the way to Gaza.
The European Union will resume its monitoring work at the Rafah crossing between Egypt and the Gaza Strip next Wednesday. The High Representative for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy, Kaja Kallas, confirmed the relaunch of their civilian mission on a post on his X platform. Kallas praised the diplomatic progress achieved on the peace plan promoted by U.S. President Donald Trump. She also warned that maintaining peace in Gaza will be extremely complex and called on the international community to support efforts to ensure the continuity of the process. And at least 300,000 South Sudanese fled the country in 2025 due to the escalation of violence between supporters of President Salva Kiir and those of Vice President Riek Machar, who is on trial for crimes against humanity. According to the United Nations Human Rights Commission in South Sudan, the fighting reached a level of intensity not seen since the signing of the 2017 ceasefire agreement. According to UN figures, 148,000 refugees sought shelter in Sudan, 50,000 in Ethiopia, the same number in Uganda, 30,000 in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, and 25,000 in Kenya. Added to these are 2 million internally displaced people within South Sudan, while the country is hosting 560,000 exiles from neighboring nations. And in China, the 30th anniversary of the 4th United Nations World Conference on Women was celebrated on Monday in Beijing. Chinese President Xi Jinping reaffirmed the Asian giant's commitment to the integral development of women with the announcement of a series of new proposals and measures presented during the meeting. Xi noted that the measures taken by China over the past 30 years have generated profound and far-reaching changes in the well-being and prospects of women in China and the world. In this sense, the president announced that in the next 5 years, China will donate an additional $10 million to UN Women and allocate $100 million for cooperation with international organizations on projects that promote the development of women in the world. The Hunan Museum in central China has completed standardized imaging of all Sidanku silk manuscripts, discovering over 40 previously imperceptible ink characters on one piece of silk that had not fully separated. 2 volumes of these Chinese silk manuscripts, dating back about 2,300 years, have been returned to central China, 79 years after they were smuggled out of the country through cooperation between Chinese and U.S. cultural institutions. The second and third volumes of the Sidanku silk manuscripts were officially repatriated to Hunan province on Monday. They will be permanently archived in the Hunan Museum in Changsha, the provincial capital. And in Vietnam, the first World Cultures Festival in Hanoi 2025 concluded, promoting tourism and understanding between nations. The event, which was attended by 48 countries, offered a variety of activities, including gastronomy, art, and film. The festival, held in the imperial citadel of Thang Long, under the slogan "Culture as the Foundation, Art as the Means," attracted a large crowd that enjoyed exhibitions, workshops, and a multicultural parade with nearly 100 traditional costumes. In this first meeting, Venezuela had a prominent participation with performances by Ali Alejandro I and the Tambor y Primo group, who celebrated and showcased Venezuelan cultural heritage in style. We have come to the end of this news brief. You can find these and many other stories on our website at telesurenglish.net. So join us on social media: Facebook, X, Instagram, Telegram, and TikTok. For TeleSUR English, I'm Luis Alberto Matos. Thank you for watching.
Our planet is full of natural paradises that beautify the environment and invite us to protect it from the threats that lurk around it. Unknown wonders that await to be discovered by you. Join us to tour the world from a touristic perspective. Let us move towards a new green destination every Wednesday, only on TeleSUR.
El mundo se mueve constantemente y todos los días se generan nuevos sucesos. Se mueve la geopolítica mundial. Nos preguntamos qué hay detrás de cada acontecimiento, cuáles son las consecuencias y cómo nos afectan. Ante estas preguntas, buscaremos poner el punto en la I.
What is happening in China? Everything you want to know about current affairs, politics, economy, culture, and technology, summed up in a single program. China Now by TeleSUR.
Millones se forjan nuevos caminos con la esperanza de un futuro mejor. Cruzan líneas imaginarias hacia lo desconocido. Conozcamos las historias de quienes viven entre fronteras. Todos los jueves, solo por TeleSUR.
Promoting self-care facilitates our quality of life, and it invites us to investigate the advances in science, research, analysis, and prevention of diseases that exist in the world today. Guide your body every Tuesday, only on TeleSUR.
Hello, watching TeleSUR English. I'm Luis Alberto Matos. These are the headlines at this hour. In Venezuela, on early Tuesday morning, authorities of the Bolivarian National Armed Forces activated the Integral Defense Operational Zones in the northeastern states of Nueva Esparta, Sucre, and Delta Macuro. Bolivia welcomes 17